What's up? What's up? September 16th. My last video hasn't gotten any views, but I told myself I'd keep making these videos. If nobody watched them, nobody's watching them. So I had to track, get some steps in. Charlie Kirk got assassinated last week. Kind of a heavy deal. Really affected me a lot more than I thought it would. I don't know if it's because, I'm a dad. My daughter just turned 1. I know he's got two little kids that now they don't have a dad because what? Some young kid got radicalized. I don't know. I don't know if that's. I'm assuming that's the story they're telling us. That's the story that it is. I don't know. I know whether you agree with him or not, that's not obviously not the way to handle things. Just because, from what I've learned is, if somebody disagrees with you, or you disagree with somebody, you can still learn something from that person, and you have a conversation. That's what Charlie Kirk was about, was having a conversation with people that didn't agree with him in a respectful manner, I would add. He was never showing people up or calling them names. I don't know. I think the world lost a good young guy that stood up for what he believed in, stood up for his religion. It's rare to find anymore. And then you got people basically stomping on the guy's grave. I mean, this guy's got a family, he's got a wife, he's got kids. They're gonna see these videos of people celebrating that their dad was shot in the neck in public, murdered in cold blood. They don't get to see it again because some young kid disagreed with what he said. That's it. I don't know. Like I said, that's the story we've been told. I hate to be a conspiracy theorist. People say it's Israel. I'm not gonna say it was Israel. Israel does some shitty things, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I don't know. That one hits hard. Feels like the country's more divided than it ever has been, and it just keeps getting more and more divided. I've got people telling me, "Oh, Charlie Kirk said this, Charlie Kirk said that," and it turns out he didn't. You're just listening to what somebody else says. I mean, you guys got to go do your own research. I mean, just like, if God forbid you're the only person that watches this video, don't take my word for it. Go look it up. I always preach buy Bitcoin. Don't just take my word for it. Don't just go buy Bitcoin because I said so. Go look into it. Just use your head and get interested in it. I mean, I think that's what Charlie Kirk always. The videos that I watched, it made me think. So it's hard to not like somebody that makes other people think outside the box. We're all just boxed in. There's so many people just boxed in the community, and they only think one way. And I'm just guilty of that. Just as guilty of that. I'm pretty conservative. I'm really conservative, I would say. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a Republican. I think Donald Trump does a lot of dumb things. I disagree with some of the stuff that Charlie Kirk spoke about. But at least I know I could have a conversation with him. I know we would have got along. I would never think about hurting somebody just because they think something different than I do. So if you're one of the people that was cheering on somebody else's murder, you gotta look in the mirror, take a deep dive on what you got going on inside, because it's not right. So that's my Charlie Kirk rant for the time being. Like I said, it's one that really has bothered me, still bothers me. I shed tears like a fucking baby. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, no, definitely made me hug my daughter and my wife a little tighter. So as far as the market goes, we just keeps going up. Today I was a little red, but just keeps going up. FOMC this week, tomorrow actually, they're gonna cut rates. I mean, it's almost a for sure thing. At least 25 BPS. Could be 50. I don't think that's gonna happen, but probably 25. I personally think if they cut 50, it's not good. That means something's broken, and they haven't, and nobody knows it yet, besides them. So it'll be interested to see what the market does with that news. I said 670, I think it was, in my first video for SPY by the end of the year. I might get there in a couple weeks. So I think we're at the beginning stage of a serious melt up. And I think after that melt up tops out, which, you know, nobody, I can tell you it'll top out in March. I don't know. Nobody knows. Anybody that tells you they know, run far away from them. But once it does top out, I think we're going to see, it's going to get pretty ugly, I think. Now, I don't think it's going to be like a depression or anything like that, but I think you'll see a lot of blood, a lot of good buying opportunities. Just invest in the long term is all I can tell you. At least that's what I'm going to be doing. You know, I'm not going to be selling my index funds. So, all right, we're at 6 minutes. I usually try and keep these around 6-7 minutes. So, I don't know if anybody's going to see this one or not. Peace.